Alright, so let's get started. So we've cooled down our ingredients to a degree. So all we're after is pretty much a tablespoon. So we've got a tablespoon, and what we do, we fold that over. Fold that over, and now we roll it. Once we get to the end, just dab it with a little bit of water. And there we have it, spring rolls. So we'll just continue with those. I don't know if you can see them. We'll put them in the screen. Okay, let's go again. Oh, he's put it on there, has he? So again, there we go. 1 tablespoon. There's no need to go overboard with these. Fold it across. And roll. Come to the end. A little bit of water. Bang. That's it. So we'll keep on going. Pop the next one in there next. Okay guys, if you've got any questions, just be mindful that I'll come back and I'll look around once I'll roll every 3 I'll have a look if anyone's got any questions or just wants to say good day, I'll say good day back. Let's just I'll do a couple more and I'll have a look. And roll. A little bit of water, bang, done. And as you can see, they're all pretty much the same size. It doesn't matter if they're a little bit off. Now what I usually do when I cook these, you can serve them in a whole. I usually just slice them through like that and they just look nice with the presentation, but up to you. Alright, next lot. It looks like you're not putting much in, but you are actually putting in. So don't worry if it looks like, gee, it looks like I'm putting in not much. Trust me. So again, we're just folding through. A little bit of water. Set them down that way, so that way that water will soak and it'll hold them nice. We have some messages here. Anyone's saying anything at this stage? No, but welcome in everyone who's come in so far. We were in before showing how to make the filling for these. And what we had to do, unfortunately, not unfortunately, we had to cool this down because it's something that you can't make while they're hot. And that's it. A little bit of water. Bang, done. Quite simple. If you can, guys, just tell us where you're watching this from. If you're in Australia or somewhere overseas, be great. I used to be pretty quick at doing these, haven't done them for a while. So I thought, why not we get back online and show everyone again what we can do, or what you can do at home. So you can guess what my dinner is for tonight. As you can see, they're all pretty much within the same range, same thickness. Here we go with another spoon. That's it, even them out. Fold that over. Now my filling is not 100% cool. It'd be perfect if I had done these earlier on today. But as you can see, you'll get some of the moisture coming through, but that's fine. They will still hold. So easy to make. Even last night I've got some pulled pork that's left over. Just add some veggies. and make some spring rolls. Don't let food go to waste. Just use your imagination. Don't have to stick to the certain recipe. Use what you've got at home and turn something into something else. Turn last night's dinner into tonight's dinner. It's also saving money as well and not wasting food. Go. A bit of water. Pop that one there. So now what we're going to need is a fresh packet. So that's all you need to buy, guys. Spring roll pastry sheets. I actually bought these ones from Aldi. They were $1.99, say $2. I've never used their product before. Someone's recommended to use those because they were cheaper and same. So the same, well, alright, we've just taken them out of the packet. And there's 20 in a packet. So here we go again. I've got my mixture down here in a bowl, and I've just got it sit in the sink because I've run out of room. And I want to be able to get it on the camera. So as you can see, if you look there, normally you won't see that because once everything solidifies, once it's cooled down, it's a lot easier to do. But for the people who were on before, I promised I'll only take 10-15 minutes to let it cool down, and we'll do our best with this. I'll just keep this going. So as you can see, it's still sort of wet. If you want to call it that, it's still wet. Like I said, once you've left it in the fridge, even if you've done it yesterday or this morning, that all solidifies and just makes it a little bit easier to work with. But even saying that, it doesn't matter if you get a bit of the oils coming out to the pastry. It ain't going to do anything to it, ain't going to harm it, ain't going to make them break down or anything. And anyone that wasn't here before, oh, here we go, that's my dog, security at the front. What I've got in here is egg noodles, cabbage, garlic, I've got beef mince, carrots, mushrooms, oyster sauce, sesame seed oil, dark soy, that just to give it that darker, nice colour and the flavour, a bit of salt and pepper, and a little bit of parsley I've put in there, and some spring onions. I've put in some spring onions. And naturally when you do this, as you can see in that mixture, there's nothing that overrides anything, so you'll taste everything. Nothing worse than just tasting all garlic or spring onions or whatever, so it all blends into each other. Fold that down. There we go. You can go out and buy a packet of 60 or whatever they come in, and yeah, they're okay, but there's nothing in them. And when you look at them, there's probably about that much, not even. And God knows what's in them, what thickeners and starches and additives and preservatives, and make them yourself. Put the TV on, put a bit of music. Unfortunately, I can't put no music on because YouTube will shut us down, copyright. That takes away our monetization. In other words, we won't make any money. All right, that's the next one. I can hear the school bells in the distance, so it must be, what is the time? Yes, 3:10. Kids are coming out of school. Well, in Victoria anyway, I know that there's some states that the kids are on school holidays still, like Tasmania. Tasmania, I think they just started their holidays. Every state is different, which in a sense isn't a bad thing, because if you want to travel interstate on school holidays, just makes it easier, I suppose. Less people travelling around, easier to book places. So yeah, if anyone's wondering why I'm using egg noodles, like I was saying before, that's what I had in the house. I wasn't going to go out and buy some vermicelli noodles, glass noodles, which I normally would use. And as a chef, I know that they're still okay to use, pretty good to use actually. And like I was saying, just use what you've got. If you haven't got any noodles, don't use noodles. It's fine. Just put in what you want. You might even have some fried rice left over from last night, and use that. Because what you're doing is all you're doing really is making a parcel. You're making a parcel. Using what you've got. You've got some prawns, shrimp, put some of them in there, chicken. I don't mind making these like this just because it's easy. A bit of ground mince, in this case beef. Normally I would use pork, but it doesn't matter. Did you find some more?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Now, I'm going to grab a tray, pop some of these in the tray. Make some space. Just pop them over there. And we'll continue on. Sometimes on these lives I'll just mute it so I've got some music going for my own entertainment. I've got to get some non-copyright music so I can play some music in the background. Because I'm the same as like everyone else, it's nice to have a bit of music in the background while you're working. Now with these sheets, normally I could do these a lot quicker. I haven't done them for a little while. But if I was doing them quicker, you wouldn't think I was live, you'd think we had it on triple speed or something. And there was another reason that I was making these tonight, that's right. In Victoria, where I come from, in Australia, we've got the AFL football on tonight. So we will be eating these while we're watching the game on TV, which I believe is Hawthorn versus Collingwood. Should be a good, interesting match. And fold over, roll. And water. Done. The only problem is, after a little while, your back starts to say hurting. Just have a stretch and get back into it. Now when I cook these, I'll usually just use some fresh vegetable oil. Find that the best. in there. That going. Done. Now what I need to do is get the rest of it in the fridge. Okay, you'll see here, look, this one is a little bit firmer now because it's been cooled down a lot more. So this will be just a bit easier for me to work with. And look, as you can see, it's not as wet coming through. All right, just stretch that back out a little bit. Quick walk around. For a lot of people who are subscribers to this channel, you'll probably notice we haven't been on a great deal in the last 3 months. I've had to have a operation on my knee. That's put me out of action. But hopefully sooner than later we'll be back out again doing some food adventures out on the road. Naturally we'll be still doing some cooking in the kitchen, but we'll be hitting the road again, visiting some more new and exciting places. I've got a few ideas happening. We did do that little bit of a pie challenge recently for the country pies. People have suggested to do sausage roll, and yeah, something different. But it's good because it just shows that a lot of people aren't interested in a lot of restaurants. People are more interested in places where they can go, get out there, go for a drive, and get something quick and easy and tasty, and it's comfort food. Predominantly takeaway food, but comfort food. And if anyone is watching the pie episode, we're up at Tooborac, and we're up at Heathcote, I believe. And I'm not too sure if there was the Beechworth Eldorado one in there, but they were fantastic. They were really good. Just going to take out another pastry that's been in the freezer, so I'm just going to take this out and let that fall. And that Tooborac pies, fantastic, at the Tooborac Hotel. Part of the hotel, the owner's son, he's a little bit younger than myself. He decided to leave the big smoke and start up a pie business. And to me, they are the best pies in Victoria, hands down. And a little bit more expensive, but they're bigger. It's like eating 2 normal standard sized pies basically. And around $10, $11 for a pie, which you know, for quality and the size, they were pretty good. Pretty good. And then we're up at Heathcote. I'm just trying to think. Gaffney's pies. Absolutely busy. I know that they've got 3 stores: Seymour, Heathcote, and I believe, like I was mentioning before, Beechworth. Very nice. Again, when you're looking at your normal pie size, that's pretty much what they are, but they're made with love. They're not a processed pie, made in-house, sold in-house. So you can't go wrong with them, and they're competitive prices. So they're a good one. Now, let's open up this other packet. Get these out. Okay. So we've got those happening. Just pop a couple here. They take seconds to fall. So I'm just going to pop a few out because they're still a little bit hard, but won't be long. And there's a cafe across the road from Gaffney's as well. Although you can get coffee at Gaffney's, across the road there is an absolute fantastic coffee house. I can't remember the name of it. The service is great. The coffee is first class. Yeah, and the price was pretty competitive. Alright, so let's just pop this. Open that off. Get that out of the way. It's nearly there. See, they're flexible, but they're still a little bit stiff, so I'll just give them a couple of seconds. A couple of seconds more, and we're ready to keep on going. So that's pretty much what we've made so far. We've made these and these. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 6, 28, 30, 32, 39. We've made 39 and we've got another 20. So we're going to make 60 spring rolls. We've used a kilo of minced meat, a handful of mushrooms, carrot, some garlic, spring onions, some noodles, cabbage, relatively cheap as chips. All right, so let's get ready to go again. yeah, so we'll be hitting the road again. We'll be doing that. We'll be searching. We did do a fish and chip review, which was pretty interesting. We went and had a look at a guy, an old couple down Altona Way. They're actually in their 80s and they've had this place since the early 80s. And it was unbelievable. Went there, the place looked like a typical old Greek fish, which they were Greek by the way, typical old fish and chip shop that you used to see many years ago. These days a lot of them are a bit more fancy, glorified, even the names, you know, fish and chippery or something. But this was your old school fish and chip shop. And we had heaps of comments about it, whereabouts and all the rest of it. If you want to know, it's in the video. And I think it was Andrews, I believe, Andrews Fish and Chips. And I spoke to the guy, very nice old guy. Him and his wife, I think they're those type of people that they love what they do, and if they stop doing what they're doing, that would be just about the end of them. So I take my hats off to them doing what they do. Well, they seem to love it. Me personally, I would not be working, wouldn't be caught dead working in my 80s. But different horses for different courses. They seem to love it. Plus they're pretty well known in the area, so it's like the people that go in there have a chat, and it's just that type of environment. You know, it's very old school, and that's what's great about it. That's what's great about it. The old lady walks in there, she's got a hunchback, but she's still pretty switched on. Yeah, that was a quite interesting video. We went to a few other places around the Bayside there. The Beechworth video was fantastic. We went to Beechworth Honey. That was great. Woodshed Falls out on the Reedy Creek. What was the name of the bakery? The beach, yeah, I think it was just called the Beechworth Bakery. And I know they've got another store somewhere else. Went there, had to try their French vanilla slices. They are absolutely fantastic. Just get some more paper, guys. Yeah, their vanilla slices were just unbelievable. I was recommended by someone to try their French vanilla slice, and I've had them before at other places, and oh, they were next level. And you can tell everything that's made there on the premises, fresh as, customer service fantastic. So we might even do a pastry food adventure as well. And like I said, if you're used to the channel, we usually normally go and visit some of the landmarks in the area for a bit of fun, because it's not all just about food, it's also about a bit of adventure. So at least that way it gives you a bit of an idea. If you go to these places, you've got some places that you can go to. Let me just pop a few more in here, get them out of the way so I can continue. We'll be going to Port Arlington, There's the famous Port Arlington Bakery, so we might be doing from bush to beach bakery. If you love your sweets or pastries and you love your coffees. The tray's feeling very heavy. Okay. I don't even know if we're going to finish all of these. So yeah, that's something that's going to be coming out shortly. Something to look forward to. So if you haven't subscribed so you get some notifications and when we're back out on the road. And as you can see, we're not a massive production here where we're doing things professionally. We're not a TV station, we're just doing things because we're like normal people, because that's all we are as normal people. I think my son has just arrived home, and there she goes. And our little Lola is barking because she can. And yeah, that's part of some of the ideas that we've got coming over soon over this winter period. And then it depends in August how things go. We might be travelling over, doing some footage up in North Queensland or Vietnam. So that'll be quite interesting. We'll go and have a look and show you people some of the fantastic foods and places. If it's Vietnam, the local cuisine, the Burmese over there, they cost you $1.20 compared to $10, $11 here. And some of the weird and wonderful food as well. And if we're not doing that and we're up in North Queensland, we'll be trying some of the best fish up there. Okay, a couple more of these sheets. We'll just place these sheets here. Yeah, so it'll be a toss-up. It'll be a toss-up on where we're going to go. It's all about time management. Whatever we're going to be able to do. If we're able to get out of the country, or we're just able to go up north. But whatever one it is, it'll be good because we've done one before from up at Airlie Beach and a little bit of Mackay. And trust me, the fish up there is unbelievable. And I'll actually do a little bit again of the fishing side. So we'll catch our fish and we'll cook our fish on the same day. Spanish mackerel, coral trout, sweet lips, all the red emperor, all the 5-star eating fish. You can't get it down in Melbourne. You can, some places, some markets do have them, but you'll be paying big dollars. I know if you can get coral trout here, you're looking around $95 a kilo. And the last time I saw coral trout, I had a look at their eyes, and the fish looked like they were 5 days old. And not for me. And I'm not going to pay $95 a kilo. If I'm going to pay $95 a kilo, and don't get me wrong, I love my fish, but I'll go and buy some nice Wagyu beef with a nice marbling rating on it. I think you all would possibly agree. So, this is it, guys. Lucky last. We've come down to our last one. And like I said before, again, this was just a quick spur of the moment. Let's go live. Let's get the algorithms coming back to this channel. The last I saw, we still had around 10,000 subscribers, so that's good. But anyway, let me just get my face on camera here. I'll just turn this around. So again, yeah, well that's my ugly buff head. But again, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that, how to make spring rolls. I'll just get back onto that. So that's what we've pretty much made today. Elia, how are you going? Sorry if I didn't see you there because I'm in front of the camera, not behind the camera, so I didn't... what are you making? Well, as you can see, we were making homemade spring rolls. So we're going to cook them up. Actually, what I might do, I'll tell you what I will do. How about before we leave, I will put the wok on and we will cook some of these up. Yeah, we'll cook a couple of them up. I think everyone will be quite keen to see how they come up. A few people have left already, but I just said last minute, I said how about I just cook a couple up. So
Yeah.
for the couple of people who are still watching, they'll get to see a couple of these getting cooked up.
Nice.
So what I've done, here we are. Just get this camera up here. We'll just point it towards the block. Just going to heat that up. Can you do me a favour?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get a little bit of flour and pop the flour over and put these in the fridge?
Yep, sure.
Okay, so they're sitting there. Oh. Yeah, I'll just pop this back in here.
I'll do it.
Roll a couple of sheets. Let's just go with it. Yeah. Getting there. How many rooms have you got left? Roof.
Oh, I can't put these down on the floor. And 2 pieces of oil that she found. $1,100. 286.60. She doesn't know how to wait for this big she didn't know. She got too excited at the 998.
see if there's a So there you go. There's the spring rolls. Beautiful. A couple of them, the paper's come a bit undone, and that's normal because you'd normally want them to rest. I haven't rested them. Normally you put them in the fridge for an hour or so. But that's it, guys. I'm going to get stuck into those. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.